following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Oh, sweet.
I've already signed it, so...
Oh. Is the gun still functional enough that it folds out and folds back?
Yes, it just won't shoot.
Yes, it just won't shoot.
Okay, but
And even then, if they know what they're doing, they can re-enable the shooting.
No,
the trigger
well,
mechanism.
all I'll be doing is popping the gun out to extend it and making sure Tiala's signature is still okay. Sign it.
Well,
Pops out.
you want to sign it in popped out mode.
No, sign it, pop it out, continue the signature in there and there, so it appears in both modes.
Ah, that's you thinking with your ass. What I would have done in your case with such a long name is put just your short signature, and then when it unfolds, put the Rodriguez in the middle, so that it folds out to the whole signature, and then unfortunately, Santiago.
Unfortunately, it reads as Rover.
Yes, even though that's not possible.
Either that, or I put Rosa, and then when Logan gets to the point where he gets on it,
just correct Rover Rodriguez. That's gonna be your name. You just stick with me, girl. You'll have your name in pink.
Why are we signing
That's
this
the
gun?
one that will have fallen into a fan in the last day.
Someone loved that kid so much they're a fan.
Well, I found a bar, and they were offering to pass along us some cards to some better reputable guys that'll give us intel, in a neutral space, etc. So I told them they're a member of the Sidewinders, and they already had some armor up with Tiala's signature, so they expressed interest in a gun.
What?
You've been signing all of those sets of armor. There was a set up on the wall, and it was signed Tiala to go.
This is great news. You love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Krogan behind the bar, he loved that. Seems to be a fan.
Oh no, that kid fell into him.
Do we get any perks
Collapse.
for drinking there?
If you can beat one of their bouncers on the bar, you drink for free all night.
They're Krogans.
Yeah. I'll give it a go.
And then,
Well, I mean, as soon as I walked in the door, first thing I saw was a Turian flying across the place into a bunch of tables, and they said that was a regular.
and then Logan arrives and we're back.
Okay, so the door's gonna open, and then it's gonna close, and then nothing.
So no one
So
arrives.
does here need a new door as well? Seems to be
I'm
a
on
really
the ceiling. Just gonna drop cloak. I could have killed all of you.
Oh, hi, boss.
Hey, drop down. Land on my feet. I'm feeling really zen today, Tiala. Everything is working out well. Oh my god. This is top of the line military spec, no?
But I want to look at the inside.
Yeah, me too. I know, but I had to sign for it, so
It's later.
maybe later. But this is what we're gonna use to prove those drones. Well, we're gonna set them up. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck those drones.
Anyway, before
Your sergeant friend also mentioned something about not being terribly happy with them while she was chewing my ass out after I got the call about apparently you. I dealt with it, don't worry. I mean, she's a really happy girl.
Anyway, couple of things. First thing, don't want to pry into anyone's personal lives. Don't care what you do on your downtime. Really don't. Only thing is, you know about the Saris and the joining of the mines? Anyone?
Might be familiar with it a little bit.
That's okay, Rosa. You don't have to divulge
Does
anything.
all... Have they explained to you about shutting down parts of your mind? Locking it off?
No. Doesn't sound healthy.
If there's something that you don't want them to see, preferably anything to do with the Sidewinders, think really hard. Don't look at that area.
Think unsexy thoughts.
No, just think. Don't look there. They'll know.
Okay, so
If they respect you enough, they won't look there.
okay.
It's hard to explain. I just block it out. I just stop it.
Okay.
But
just for the record, are we having a talk? Is this the talk?
no, this is. We're concerned about
Breach of security.
breach of security. It's like talking to anyone about our private contracts. We can't talk to anyone about who we're contracting to or for or what we're doing.
Okay. Slight addition to that. So if we're telling stories about defeating Batarian Satan to our friends, what part of this conversation would be don't tell anybody security?
The part about who we got the mission from.
That would be it.
Right.
It is perfectly acceptable to say that we stopped a mass poisoning and Batarian Satan.
Well, I
You mean Kesmagoth, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, I would.
Actually, he's more analogous to Shiva the Destroyer than Satan.
I don't think that really matters.
No, this is very
No.
important.
let him finish. Shiva. Okay. Shiva the Destroyer. I gotta look that one up.
Multi-armed Hindu god.
Hindu. Gotta look that up.
It's a thing. Shut up.
Just
Certain things we will be. Certain things are secret, and you're usually told about them. For example, the Turian counselor who gave us a mission. No one should ever even hear that we've met with such a person. There's a reason they come to people like. You didn't.
What?
what?
Nothing.
Okay, so contract, basically anything that could intimate who our clients were and stuff like that. That's sensibly top secret.
The biggest problem is we've got a big target on our foreheads.
Hence the door.
Yeah, I've been looking at getting that done. I wanted to get some plating put in the back of the furniture, so if a firefight broke out, there would actually be.
You're right. I should have thought about that.
But the picture on the wall. How did you?
It was out of place so much. I just wanted to put it somewhere normal, and then I saw a hole.
I didn't think it looked that bad.
Also, I just happened to have some spackle on me.
Anyway, I've got to go. I'll send my sister this way. I actually haven't talked to her.
Thank you.
I've got the warehouse. I've got the warehouse bought through the foundation.
Ah, excellent. Hopefully we can get the kitchen equipment in there fairly soon, and there'll be some decent lab space for you. He'll need to know the square footage.
Once we find out what you want to build, square footage, 250 by 200.
Oh, we could do so much up there.
It's a big
Could
warehouse.
even build a blast chamber.
You better.
Kitchen
Maybe
and
it
a blast
should-
chamber room.
Maybe
the
the whole
kitchen
top
just
would be
feed all the
built.
hungry, homeless people on the docking wheel
What?
and the ducts. And
Whoa.
the laboratory, so that he's got somewhere that isn't the middle of our delicate engine room to experiment with potentially explosive chemicals and other things that I'm going to want.
Oh,
Like
so,
explosives.
So Tess already talked to you about that.
Who, what?
About what?
Oh. Okay. This
Oh,
is
sorry, this must be confusing to you. For some time I've been wanting to do something for Tessa's kind. And then I was reminded recently by something, I don't remember what, about the concept of soup kitchens, and I thought that's a good idea. I talked to Tiala. She decided to use her vast wealth for philanthropic ends, and now the Sapphire Foundation exists.
Oh, that's really neat.
Of course, stocking it is going to be a burden, but hopefully, as a charitable foundation, people can donate to it, and... Have you spoken to your friend about maybe wanting to at least oversee the facility?
I haven't talked to her yet.
obviously all levels of it will be available to her for her to use, and she could set up something to live there if she
That might
wants.
help her too. Actually, that'd be an ideal. She is wanting to get out on her own.
Excellent.
I'll talk to her. Actually, I might talk
While
to her
this is
today.
going on, I'll just send the signal out to get the rest of my Ocean's 11 to converge on the
I was
on
wondering
the
when they were
building.
going to get
Right.
someone.
So
It slipped my mind. I'm sorry, Ken.
That's okay.
So I didn't do it.
I'll get in
But
contact.
just them though.
I'll ring my sister now and Mum, and I'll go catch up with them, and I'll also catch up with Sakura.
I'm later.
Yep. So I'll ring my sister as I'm leaving.
Just before you ring her, you get an extranet message through yourself.
Have a quick look.
Please past.
Yep. No, Rosa will just toss her duffel bag beside her.
Oh, we got that. The gun.
No, Zolo's signing the gun now.
As signed.
Mal vas nidas.
Actually,
What would you have put?
for now it would be Vas Nebuchadnezzar.
Alright. I am going to sign it Fenglong Shenron Logain Centurious. With the Logain and Centurious and the collapse parts in it, will expand it to a little silver dragon in the middle. And then I'm going to open up the ammo compartment, take a bunch of cards, and go. Adjust sights.
Reading contracts.
You remember him, right?
As soon as I read on the tablet, oh god, I remember this guy.
Oh,
I remember who
incidentally,
he
may I
is.
direct your eyes to the screen, everyone, where we have received a very nice thank you letter from a Solarian who we, before actually you guys joined, was about to be horribly raped and tortured for the rest of his life, which admittedly wouldn't have been long, but
so sensitive.
Oh, chalk another one up to the Sidewinders.
well, we didn't really do much. We just contacted possibly the most dependable and reputable detective not in council space, because Ilium is not in council space.
Well, I mean-
it is in Asari space, but not council space, because somehow that works.
Well, props to the guy. Right
Anyway, he has given us 1,000 credits, which I think should just be dumped right into the party fund to see to our matters, if you wouldn't mind, Tiala.
Done. Right. I'll give my sister a call and she'll hopefully be on her way. So I'll give my sister a call as I'm leaving the apartment and going.
How's it going, Hey, good. Logan wants to catch up with you today if it's possible. Well, I can catch up with you now if it's at all possible. Sure, we're just taking in the museum at the moment. Well, I'll come catch up with Mum, and if you want to come here. Sure. Just bring me the address and I'll be there.
Bring her there. Just he's expecting you, so just ring the bell and just tell him who you are.
We've met.
Yeah. Just be careful. You'll understand when you get here.
Name might sound like I won't, Steve.
Loaded floor plates will not be divulged.
But I'll make my way there. I'll tell Mother you're on the way.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I've installed some explosive plates on the floor now, so if you forget the security procedure, you won't regret it long.
Crane's just cleaning one of them and he just pauses and looks up.
They're fine, Crane. You're in the system.
Okay, just for, since if there's a firefight and we shoot them, will they go off then?
If there's a firefight, they'll have already gone off.
No, they're more like C4 where you have to run electrical charge through them. So.
Yeah, don't use overload though.
Good to know.
So Tiala, you leave?
Yep. I'll be heading to the museum.
Tiala gets... Screaming Pijacks are about to wrap up their 2163 tour with a record-breaking sold-out concert this Friday night out on the Citadel. Their newest song, Flower of Tuchanka, has remained #1 on the chart since it debuted at the tour's opening concert on Paladin in April, and insiders believe that the group has been secretly working on another song during the last 4 months that they may reveal at the Dillanaga concert hall on Friday. Recent interviews with the band members indicate that the members feel they really hit their stride this year, and there are plenty more ahead of them. Music fans looking for live concerts beyond this are encouraged to draw their attention to 35-year-old Tyrian thrash synth band Iron Mandible, whose reunion tour begins next Wednesday on Paladin.
That's it. Those drones are going to blow up their concert. And that way gun violence will be blamed.
You get there. You'll probably pass your sister on the way. Is everything alright?
Yeah, no, everything's good. Yeah, it's been a busy day. Morning, catching up on a few things that I've been neglecting.
Can you give me a little hint as to what this meeting's about?
It's about those drones.
Yeah, we have noticed them. They weren't here last time I was on the
No,
station.
they're a new thing. So, he's got a plan, or some ideas, but he wanted to bounce them off you and some others, I don't know. I excused myself so I could spend time with Mum, but before she leaves.
Of course. I'll catch up later. She heads off. Then, okay, you guys are waiting up there, and then the doorbell rings.
I'll get it. I will open the door.
Oh, Commander Centurious, you
Astor,
summoned me?
I did. Please enter.
Oh, of course.
Find a seat in the briefing conference lounge.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
It is good to see a fellow Quarian.
Ator Nazri Nashadar.
Oh, the guy who made the discs.
Yes, of course.
Those are awesome.
Salomal Vas Nebuchadnezzar.
A pleasure to meet you.
And you.
Rover Robibez.
I am familiar with Rosa. And of course, Hirokin's brother.
Yes.
We keep looking down. He's just cleaning the floor still.
Doorbell rings again.
I'll get it.
Hello.
Ah,
Have I
yes.
come to the right place?
You have. Here. Clip. You'll need to wear that at all times unless you want to be spattered everywhere by turrets and exploding
I
planes.
don't.
Security, you understand.
Of course.
You didn't bring anything with you. Anything very intelligent and... Oh.
Yeah.
Anything in like of the intelligent thinking engine variety.
I don't know what you're talking about. And she
Cool!
just walks past you.
I'm just gonna stand by the fucking door at this point. Oh no, wait, I have to introduce her.
Everyone remembers Nazina's son and Naikdemi? Salamal Vasnidus.
A pleasure.
Sorry, Nebuchadnezzar, I would say.
Rover Robibez from missions. This is a Quarian we occasionally employ.
And a lot of Quarian friends.
Yeah, they're really good at certain things.
Yes, we are.
Indeed.
And not at others.
All the Quarians just shifty eyes.
How would we
And
know?
nobody knows.
How would we know?
Nice lamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, lamps.
Oh, gross. Oh.
Did you just sick up inside your helmet?
No, I just coughed a little bit, but...
I'm given to understand you have Misty.
Ding dong.
Yep. You knew.
Hi.
Plastic Mac. Plastic slipper things.
Showers that way.
Thanks.
Over here.
Everyone knows Tess.
Hi, Tess.
Hi.
This is Tess Liana. She's
Sit. It's Tess. It's just Tess.
I forgot her last name, but I wouldn't. Damn it.
Marie Elias.
That's right. Tesliana Marie Elias.
Oh,
No,
wait.
no,
Her
just
full name's
Tess.
Tesliana?
No, no.
Rover, Zalu, Ator, Nazina.
Yes. I'm going to have a shower. It won't be long. Ding
How many
dong.
visitors are we getting?
Who is it?
Detective Diavo, Ilium Police.
Open. Logan Centurious. You remember me from the crimes.
I
Stop
hope you
it.
don't mean the one. Yes, thank you.
Here, you'll need this visitor badge. Please attach it somewhere in the upper region. You'll need to keep that on if you don't wish to die a horrible death. Security, you understand. This is our cleaning robot. Yes.
Greetings.
Rover Robibes, you remember? Human.
I've not had the pleasure. She was not with your group when I last actually met you, but...
Zalumal. He's also a new member of the group. Of course you remember Ator.
Of course, yes.
Uh,
He found the Solarian at the crate.
Indeed. Tess is in the shower. She's in a sorry, you'll meet her if you haven't already.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
And this is Nazima-sana. She is a computer expert. And nothing else. I mean, she's also fun to be around.
Oh, yeah. Are we gonna put on some music so we can dance, or is this a serious meeting?
It's pretty serious.
Oh.
I'm actually just like, because I've been carrying this thing, I'm just going to hand this to the detectives.
Keep an eye on this. Don't let him take it apart.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for coming, everyone. We are here to stop a huge, massive threat to everything. I, of course, refer to these delivery drones. They're a menace, they're a threat, and it's only a matter of time until we shut it down.
Because they're taking people's jobs, or
Because they can find someone wherever they are and therefore would become the preferred vector for tracking down assassination targets, if not actually delivering assassinable materials. We need to find out if they can have tracking devices put on them, if they can be made to carry things that they can't detect, if they can be made to carry biological agents they cannot detect, and we need to do it before the inevitable this blows up in everyone's face.
Okay.
Obviously, we also want to do this without hurting anyone. Thoughts?
I could see if I could hack it, but I mean, I can hack anything. That doesn't mean a normal person would be able to do it.
Solarian might be able to.
Maybe.
It would be good to ascertain what level of security they have. We will have to bring one down. Not as easy as it at first seemed.
I don't think this will work, but I can manufacture short-term tracking devices and just drop one on one as it passes underneath.
well, I happen to know someone that used to work for one of the companies that are employing these drones, so she could probably tell you delivery and drop off times, where the units are dispatched, how long it takes them to process the things, where they're going out from, etc. She lost her job to the things, so she's probably got no love for them.
They have to be built and maintained somewhere. It might be good to get inside that facility too, somehow.
They've got really good shields, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
learned that also.
Oh, you've tried to stop them before too?
What did you use?
Huh?
I assume that's how you learned to have good shields. What you try to bring one down with?
Nothing.
Detective.
Well, you realize tampering with the post is a Citadel
offense, I'm aware of that. Which is why we will be using our own post.
Your own post.
The idea is
post.
The idea is that we send post to ourselves. Can't tamper with what's destined for you. I know it's sophistry, but I have a good lawyer.
You'd better, because that's not your property that's actually delivering the thing you ordered.
Yeah. However, I believe the danger to the public more than outweighs this consideration. And I'm not best pleased with it.
Miss Rodriguez, your friend who is a former employee, do you know if she's had her... how should I put this? Her security data rescinded after she lost her job, or whether she can still gain access to it.
She was fired some time ago, but I mean that depends how well they update their system. I haven't asked her, but
Could you, if you can get her to gain access somehow
yeah,
without
sure.
actually hacking the system, then it might be a good way of getting a means in.
I'll ask her when next time I see her. I mean, she might know some people that still work there now if they kept their jobs.
What kind of scale do these drones go up to?
Very.
Because you could deliver a lot more than small payloads too, with like a much larger one.
Yes, I've seen some big ones flying around.
Even whole strike
You know, they at
forces
least
and
deliver
stuff.
a door.
Well, I suppose the most important things are what things we want to test for first. Like,
Well, I believe all the most harmless things should be tested first, such as just dropping a harmless tracker on the top and seeing if it reacts.
well, I mean, in theory, every time we test one of these things, we can test two things: the thing it's delivering and to what lengths it will go to do the delivery. So we can do two tests per. I mean, if I'm going out for a run and it sends a drone after me, is it going to chase me around on my run trying to give me things?
Yes.
That's really creepy.
Well, actually, I believe it uses some form of extranet tracking. Probably based off your Omni tool.
What do we know about its security measures?
We know that if you leave an Omni tool in one and it activates, it will turn around and go back to the depot.
What about security measures if you attacked or tried to hijack it?
I believe it freaks the shit out.
And calls CSEC immediately.
Oh, of course.
So, I mean, I'm not actually suggesting attacking one of these things. That would be completely out of bounds.
Of course, of course. I was just wondering if it can detect things like an attempted hack or...
I don't know.
Hmm.
Well, I think we've all got some starting ideas. Let's meet back here in an hour. You have information to get. I'm just going to go drop one on top of a thing. I mean, they dissolve after, like, fuck all time, and I can make one last shorter, so it's not actually going to hinder or impinge it in any way. And it's light, so we'll know how sensitive it is by if it can detect that, it can detect a bigger thing. And as for them being hacked, I believe you need to get through their shields first.
Yeah.
And their shields are better than they should be, given the low cost.
Especially on the smaller drones too.
Well, it makes sense if they intend to do deliveries into the wards. There's probably a lot of people that would, fuck with them to get, whatever might be in a package traveling down there.
So you guys basically break and...
Well, unless anyone else has any ideas. Yes, if your friend has any security information, deal with the detective here, who obviously will have best idea on how to use that. You're with me. And so are you. Unless you two Quarians also want to, like, form a team and do some non-intrusive...
Who was the one that was with him? With you, sorry?
I was pointing at Nazina.
Nazina, okay, that's what I was just taking.
Unless Ator and her want to go off and do something I don't want to say in front of a deputized law officer.
No, I mean, Nazina's fine to go with you.
Well, then what's Ator doing?
After will brainstorm on Tess.
Yes, I forgot Tess. Is she out of the shower yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless Crane is cleaning the shower of the oil. You'd like to think he is, anyway.
You tried stabbing him with a sword.
I leave the sword in.
Shields.
We don't want to destroy one yet, but I'll keep it in mind.
Swords are great.
It's like he's not left. Right, do you have a complete map of the drone? I know you're listening, right?